All right, today we're gonna talk about why you're not losing fat. No BS guide. I hate the word no BS because like everybody's situational. Anyway, if you've been eating healthy, quote unquote, because healthy is subjective. Like someone can think eating broccoli and grilled chicken's healthy. Someone can eating eggs and spinach is healthy. It's subjective. Anyway, my point is you've been hitting the gym. You're still not losing fat. It's not your genetics. It's a couple of the mistakes that I might mention in this video, right? So here's one of the main reasons that people might not be eating, like they might not be like losing fat, even though they're quote unquote doing everything right. So like most people overestimate the amount of calories they eat, right? So they'll be like, oh, I'm supposed to eat 2,000 calories. But you're not keeping in fact the dressing, the oils, the snacks, the drinks, like all of those things like really add up faster than you realize. So like me personally, I do realize some people don't like to track your calories, but try to just be mindful of certain things you eat. Like you might be like, oh, I just want one cookie, or like one like a perfect example. I went out with some friends. We stopped on Dunkin' Donuts, and they got munchkins. One munchkin is 170. So imagine you have 10 of those. That's 1,700. Not 1,700, 1,170. That's almost like half of your calories, depending on your size, your weight, and all of that. So like, munchkins are small, like they're not really filling. So imagine you eat that, and then they add up really quickly. Now, if your goal is fat loss, you need to be accurate. You need to be consistent. You don't need to be obsessive like some people like to do, like track yourself meticulously. But you do need to like at least track for like a week consistently. You realize what you're like overdoing. A perfect example is like everything has calories. The only things that don't have calories is like low calorie drinks, water, and sleep. That's a joke, obviously, but you get what I'm trying to say essentially. Another thing that potentially might be the reason why you're not losing fat is protein. Now, this is might sound controversial to some people, but at least for me, the advice I like to give someone is you want to do 0.8 to 1 gram of body weight of your body weight. Yes, you can do lean body mass, but you rather be satiated while you're doing something. Because one, you recover better, you'll feel fuller, you'll burn more calories, literally doing nothing, right? Because if your protein's low, your cravings are gonna go up. That's the hunger hormone in you. Fullness go down, metabolism slows. Protein is literally one of the most important things when cutting and building muscle in general. Like obviously, like you want more muscle because you just in general feel better when you have more muscle. And there's other situations where like being muscular, you don't have to look like Arnold or anything. Being muscular is beneficial, but more protein isn't necessarily a bad thing. So for a perfect example, a nice rule book I like to use: if you're 200 pounds, do 200 grams. If you're 100 pounds, do 100 grams. Keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Obviously, you're not going to hit that every day, but that's a good general rule book of how to do things in a sense. Another thing, you're probably not moving enough. You don't need to kill yourself getting like 15 to 20,000 steps, but you at least want to do 10 to 12. Or you can argue, oh, maybe George, this is too much. I can't move so much. At least try to do 8. If you're getting anything under 5, losing fat's essentially impossible unless like you do nothing at home and you eat like one meal a day. Honestly, start small. Try to get between 7 to 10. That's where your body actually starts to respond. Like the biggest thing is you gotta find something you enjoy, whether that's walking, swimming, boxing, jump roping. You gotta find something that you can stick to. Because if you end up finding it enjoyable, then obviously you're gonna want to stick to it long term. Another thing like weight training, but that's a given. Like your metabolism increases, you're more likely to do things. But that's an obvious answer. Which is why I'm not really going to talk about that one too much. Another thing, you're probably not consistent enough. Most people don't have a fat loss issue. You just don't have like a consistent streak. You just need a consistent 3 to 4 days. It takes 3 weeks to build a habit. If you can just start small, doing 3 days, you're gonna see a change in it. Your body doesn't need to change. You just haven't given it a long enough runway. Like you just need 4 to 6. Give yourself a month. If you've given yourself a month and you've seen no changes in your physique, then you could come back and do something differently. But till then, you need to give yourself. You need to start small and gradually build up to it. Not another tip I'm going to give you, and if you've stayed this long, I appreciate you. But this is something even me I'm currently struggling with. Right? You need to make sure when you're not eating so late. Like a perfect example for me, by the way my life was set up, I'd only eat like around 10 to 1 and then I go to bed. your food isn't digesting. You're gonna stick with that in your stomach, and then you're gonna hop on the scale. Granted, first of all, the scale shouldn't be your only rate of metric. Just because like the scale, your weight fluctuates anywhere between 7 to 10 pounds, depending on like how your day was or like if you're stressed out about things, right? But like try to eat earlier. Like on average, you want your last meal to be like 8, 9 at worst, but you realistically want your last meal to be at 8. That way, like you give your body enough time to rest. Me currently, I'm in the process of currently trying to adjust how I used to eat, and then we're gonna see what changes it makes. If I look diced up and I look like a superhero, you guys know what I did. All I simply did was change my habits from eating a little early, instead of eating late. I decided to eat a little earlier. So here's a quick blueprint for everybody. You want to eat in a small deficit. Make sure it's anywhere between 200 to 500 below your maintenance. Make sure you're hitting your protein goal, a gram, I suggest. You want to at least get 8,000 steps. You want to strength train at least 3 to 4 times a week. Be consistent and eat earlier. You do all of that, there's no way you don't lose fat, unless like you're an alien from Mars or anything. But anyway, I hope this helps someone. Let me know what you guys want to see next.